This is the recipe for shortcrust pastry from my new cookbook, the Hectic Family Cookbook. First you need 200 grams or 8 ounces of all-purpose flour. Into that you put 100 grams or 4 ounces of cold chopped up butter. And you need to rub it in with your fingertips. The more air you get into it, the better. You really need to use your fingertips. Try not to get any on the palms of your hands. Then you know you're not touching it too much because you don't want it to get too hot. You need to rub all the butter in so it starts to look like breadcrumbs. You don't want to work it too much, so if you shake the bowl, all the lumps will come to the top and you'll be able to finish rubbing those bits in. You don't want anything to get too hot because that leads to a sticky pastry and it's not so nice in the long run. At this point you could add 50 grams of sugar to make it a sweet shortcrust pastry, ideal for jam tarts and mince pies and things. Now, using a blunt knife, you want to stir in the water. Add a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons at a time and slowly add your water gradually. You don't want a sticky dough at the end of it, so a little bit at a time and you won't need to add any more. If you do add too much water and get a sticky dough, put a dusting of flour in there and that will help bring it all back together. Now it's time to get your hands in there. Start pushing everything together. Add a little bit more water if you need to. You want to do this reasonably quickly because you don't want it to get too hot. When you have it all together in a ball like this, wrap it up in cling film and leave it in the fridge for half an hour to cool down and rest before you use it. And that's a shortcrust pastry.